The last step that we're going to be doing with our GPA program is to select out certain classes and find out what our overall GPA is. So in order to do that, I'm going to take the field names, make a copy of them, and put that a little bit farther down on my spreadsheet. Now this is my overall totals, where we had 19 credits that we have so far either signed up for or completed. We've got our overall GPA, overall honor points, attempted credits, and earned credits. Down below here, what I want to do is I want to have select totals. And by select, I might want to take a look at and say, you know what? I wonder what my grade point average is of all of my LIB classes. Or perhaps I want to find out what my grade point average is in all the classes that are 100 level versus 200 level classes. Or I want to find out what my grade point average is of all my 3 credit classes. Right? All sorts of things that we can do with this. So in order to do it, we use something that's referred to as a DSUM formula. Here we had what's called a sum formula. It lets us sum up the range of cells. Where there's a DSUM formula, which means database sum. So I'll type in equals DSUM, parenthesis, and notice that this has got 3 parameters: the database, the field, and the criteria. Well, the database is our list of records that we've set up here. So I'm going to highlight everything, including one row underneath it, because that way if I ever want to add some more classes, I'll insert rows above this blank and my database will automatically kind of expand. Now I'm going to want to change this and make that database a mixed reference, because every time I always want to use columns A through J. I want the row numbers to be able to expand, but the columns, I'm not going to add any more columns on my spreadsheet. And I am going to copy this formula across for the honor points, attempted credits, and earned points just to save me some time. So I can hit function F4 3 times so I get the $ in front of the columns. I'll type in a comma. Now the field basically is, well, the field that you want to sum up. So in this case, I can either type in an offset, column 1, column 2, column 3, column 4, column 5, or you can just click right on the field name. That one I don't want to make an absolute reference to, because when I copy it over to here to honor points, I want it to become that column. The last thing that we're going to do is add a criteria. Now the criteria is where I put in these field names down below, and I'll include at least one blank record. The blank record is where we're going to type in our criteria. If you have more than one record here, in other words, if I cursor down a little bit, you can do and or combinations and so on, but that's a little bit beyond what we're doing here. But anyways, we just want to have this one blank row. Again, I want to make sure that I always use those columns. So I hit my function F4 key, or you could manually type in the $ in front of it. That works too. Type in a right parenthesis, hit enter, and you see I get 19 credits. I'll format that so it looks the same. Well, at least we got something. All right. So I'm going to copy this formula, put that for the honor points, attempted credits, and earned credits. For the honor points, I want to format that with 1 decimal. And I'm getting the same thing as though I just did simple sum formulas. The last thing I'll do is take the honor points, divide it through by the attempted credits, and we'll format that with a percent or a comma format and increase the decimal. I'm getting the exact same number. So I mean, it seems like nothing real special there. Well, here's the special part. Down in the area where I've got my criteria, if I want to look and find out what did I get in all my LIB classes, I'm going to copy LIB down under the department, hit enter, and you can see that we have attempted or signed up for 6 credits of LIB classes. This one with 3 and this one with the 3 here. In those 2 LIB classes, I've got a B and an A, a 3.5, tells me how many honor points I have, and we've got it set just like that. If I want to take a look, how did we do in my instead of the LIB classes, I want to know how did I do in my 3 credit classes. Type in 3. We took 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 classes that we've either signed up for or completed, and in the completed ones I had 2 A's and a B, which results in a 3.66. So that's how you can set up and do all sorts of different criteria to find out how you're doing in all your major classes, how you're doing in certain departments, and so on, depending on the criteria that you have set up in your spreadsheet.